Alright guys, Cody here. Today we're working on this little trailer. Probably 4 foot by 5 foot, just a little trailer. It's my buddy's. Today I'm going to be putting new trailer lights on there. Got all nice LEDs. The side markers too, wiring harness. So today we're going to be installing that. I'm going to show you guys how to. That's pretty easy. The wiring's a little bit different. Not different, just routed different. Here's a typical way people route it. You're just along the side frame rails, but this has got tubes that you run the wire in. So they run right in these tubes here, all the way down to the middle there. And the same thing for the side markers. And same thing for the side markers here. They go up that tube and come out there. Which on the side markers, the wires aren't too long. But luckily the wire harness is built for a lot longer trailers, so I'll have access. I can resolder some more wire on there to make it through to the end of that tube. Here's some of the tools that you might need. Now I'm going to solder everything. You really don't have to because they give you these connectors here. But soldering is just a lot nicer and comes out a better job. Just wire strippers, I guess some zip screws and that to put the lights on, and tie down the ground points. Like on these ones, you gotta ground that out to the trailer. So, but to get started here, I'm gonna remove all this old junk here, all these old lights. There's one. That was stripped up. This thing's not wanting to come off of there. Grab some pliers here. There we go, that one's removed. I already pretty much got the side markers off. They're just bolted from the back. Those just snapped right off. I'm just gonna yank that out. It's all dry rotted, crappy plastic now. That one pretty much fell right off. Now let's get rid of all this old wire. Goes up there. Let me get you all right. Let's crap out these tubes. Here's going from the back. I probably should have saved that maybe because you usually trace the old wires through. That'll get it through. Let's go on the other side marker. That's coming from the front of the trailer. A whole bunch of other crap coming out with it. Alrighty, old wiring all out. Garbage. Might save the hardware. Alright, now let's put on the new ones. Alright, now to put on the new ones, you get this license plate bracket. This always goes on the left side of the vehicle of the trailer. I usually bolt right here, but this trailer's so low, this license plate will just get smashed too many times. So we're gonna mount that somewhere else. And what I did here is I drilled a hole in the side and stuck some loom in there so I could run the wires through it. Before it was just ran up and underneath. And now how you know which one's your left and your right, because your left one's got a light down here for the license plate. I'm not gonna really be using that, but now let me get you guys up on the tripod. Come on, stand up. Alright, so this just got 2 bolts that you take off. A washer, another nut. There's a little foam pad that stays on the inside to go against this surface here. Stick it right through your holes. It's all pretty self-explanatory. These are 7/16. You can use a ratchet, nut driver. I'm gonna be using my drill today. Just be careful not to over tighten them because this other back side is just plastic. So, all right, now I'm just gonna slip my wires through this loom here. Get in there. I was getting stuck, but alright, I'm gonna get these through. Okay, I got all my wires ran, stuck them through the loom, threw a zip tie around there to hold them. Alright, now number 2. Alright, I got the other light on here, stuck the wires through the loom, bolted it on, zip tied it. Now the wires come through the bottom here. So there, we gotta ground that ling out, just screw it somewhere to the frame. And the other ones I'll show you how to do. Same thing over there, the white one goes to the frame. White's always ground, so. Alright, let's get started on that. Alright, so now this is where I'm gonna ground them to. I'm gonna ground it right to the bottom flange here with a zip screw. First of all, I gotta get all that rust and crap off there so it gets a good connection. I was gonna take my drill with a wire wheel on there and zip that down. You know, it doesn't gotta be perfect because the screw will bite through and get to the fresh metal underneath, so. Alright, now I'm just gonna put a nut driver on my drill, 5/16. And take a zip screw here. And just screw it in. I can grab a hold of this. Alright, what's going on here? There it goes. The bit just wasn't holding the screw right. There it goes. I had a really bad angle trying to hold this. there we go. It's all screwed on, ground it out. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so now that all of our lights are hooked up, well, in place anyways, I got my grounds ran. That one over there is all done. Now we gotta run this wiring harness all the way to the back. Simple wiring harness. Okay, so I'm gonna be soldering everything. So they do give you wire connectors and cap nuts. It clips to hold to the frame if you're running a different way, but I'm just running it through those tubes that's already got supplied on this trailer. It's a pretty long wiring harness. It's built for, you know, longer trailers and things. They just cut it to length. So I'll have extra wire left over so I can run those marker lights. I'm also shrink tubing everything. Alright, so let's get this unraveled. Alright, so I got my wiring harness kind of laid out here. I just zip tie it to the tongue there. Here's the piece that, you know, goes to your car. Hooks in. And they also give you the pigtail if you don't have one on your car already. You just tie it right in. So, I don't know if we're using that today because it's already got one on there. But yellow and brown goes left. Green and brown goes right. So where I'm going to run them is up through my tongue here. There's a hole right up and in here. That will take me all the way down the tube. And coming out the back here, right at the end there. So that's what I'm gonna do right this second. See if I can feed it through here. Might be a little bit of a pain, but get the end of yellow. It's all the way up here. I'm just going to try feeding it through and hopefully I make it all the way to the other end. So what I'm going to do, pull this back out, and I'm going to take green and yellow and run them at the same time. It'll be easier to get them down there. I'm just going to twist their ends together, fold it over, and just try pushing my way all the way down. If this don't work, I'll run a heavy wire through here and use a fish tape and be able to pull it back. Yeah, I might have to because I can't get this through. Something's getting it stuck. Yeah, something keeps getting stuck on it. I got a piece of wire. Alright, we're back. I got a wire ran through the tongue, you know, for a pullback strap, fish tape they call it. Come out there. I'm just gonna hook it together and tape it here, friend. Right under here. Sorry about my finger. Just pull. And here's our wires. I'm gonna pull all the slack through. Alright, there we go. Now, I said yellow was left, so now you're going to take your yellow wire. If I can find the end. Oh, that's right, they're still taped together. Let me get those now we come to the other side here. Fish tape. Here's the wires. Pull all the slack out. Just like that. Now I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Alright, we're back here. I zip tied it here like I said. So now the wire didn't get pulled through. Now I'm done with this. Gonna cut that. Now the issue I'm having is, let me put you up here. I don't like when they give you a short tail, you know, on this. It only comes to here. It's not that long. But now you gotta have this white wire be grounded out to the trailer. With that, you only get so much length then. What I'm gonna do is take the pigtail that they give you to go to your car. I'm just gonna take the piece of the white wire to extend this one. I'm gonna solder, you know, the white wire to this to that, then go to my trailer tongue. Right now I'm gonna take how much length I want. Yeah, it's all stuck in the back now because I pulled it all through, so I gotta pull some slack through. I'm gonna pick the length that I want, and I'm gonna zip tie it. Right up and under here, there's a bar in here. You can't really see it, but right here is a round bar. I'm gonna zip tie it to that so it cannot pull out or in. And then I'll extend this later. So let me get the slack. Alright, so now I pull as much as I want out. I'm probably gonna do about 2 feet. Cause I can always wrap it up around the tongue. I just leave it at that. So I'm gonna probably leave about that much. Because some cars are higher than that. He has a truck that he tows it with, so the hookup point is higher. Now I'm just gonna take the zip tie it way up there so it doesn't pull out. Alright, I zip tied it. I can pull out of there. I don't think you can see, it's too dark up there, but a little round pull from this. I just zip tied to that. Now I got about 2 or 3 feet of wire there. I'll extend that ground later, but I'm also gonna zip tie it back here at the end of this other pull. Right where that bolt is there. And zip tie inside there so it doesn't move there either. So. Alright, you can see this one here. Alright, now grab my zip tie here. Alright, I got it at both my ends here. I'm just gonna put it around this wire. Of course, as soon as I turn off the camera, it works. Alright, that's on there. So now those aren't gonna go anywhere. Cut the tail off. I'll pull some more of the slack back through, but I still want a little bit. Because this is a tilt trailer, this whole thing will flex and tilt up, so. Alright, next let's get started on the side markers. Alright, now to get started here. The side markers, you really got a ground, and then they hook to the ground wire on either side of the left and right. I don't know why the ground wire does not have a terminal laying on it, but we're going to put one on there so we screw it to the frame like we do with the other ones. Got some wire strippers. There's one. Twist the end a little bit. Stick it through. Crimp it down. I don't have a proper crimping tool. I did, but I broke it. I'm gonna crimp it with some pliers. Nice and tight. Number 2. Any strippers will work. These are just some really good ones I got here. Love these things. Alright, I'm probably going to wrap these ends with electrical tape. Alright, now it's going to fasten our light here. I got both wires stuck in there, the white and the brown. I'm just going to use self-tapping screws here. This one I already pre-drilled so it'll go in easy. Just like that. We're going to put in our other screw. Even the marker lights are all LED. I got them on Amazon for $20. I'll leave the link in the description if anybody's interested. Alright, beautiful. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright guys, we're back. We're wiring up this marker light here. I already put my ground on. Now I gotta extend this wire to be able to reach over to that yellow and green. You're supposed to feed it through this tube on this trailer, it's where they go, but I cannot get the wire through there. It's rust or something in there. Once you have a zip tie to the top of it. Easy enough. Let's see if I can get you guys in the shot. Alright, so now we're going to strip this wire coming out of the marker light. I'm going to grab my extension wire. This piece of wire. I cut it off the back because they're too long, so I'm just going to use it up here. Make sure to put your shrink tube on first. I'm going to cut it down a little bit. You don't have to use shrink tube in that. They give you wire nuts and crimp connectors. You just use those, but I like to solder everything and do it right. You just want to kind of intertwine the threads of wire and twist them together. It'll focus. So you just intertwine the threads of wire. Now solder it, you want to heat up the wire with the soldering gun and then melt the solder onto the wire, not the gun. That's the plan anyways, but let's see what we get to happen here. It's a pain, but once you get it warmed up enough, it's fine. It melts right on there. It always takes a minute. Yeah, it sucked it right in. I don't know if you can see that or not, but okay, now it's heated up and it's just sucking the solder right in. Almost burnt myself there. And just like that. Nicely soldered wire. Now, set you guys back down. Now you just take your shrink tube, slide it back up. Now I take the side of the solder gun and I just melt it. And it'll shrink right tight. Nice waterproof, tight connection. There we go. And yank it on a little bit, make sure it's good. Now I'm just going to run it on top of this tube here and just zip tie it all along. I already did this side over here. That one's just zip tied up there. I'm going to zip tie that up and I'll get back to you. Alright, now we're down here. We're splicing into this brown wire here. So I just pulled them apart, then cut them in half. I already did this one over here. Oops. I already did this one right here. Soldered those all together. Now I'm going to do this one. I can stop knocking you guys over. Just like that. Then I gotta strip one more, the one that's coming back from the marker light. I'm gonna cut the length for it so it's a little bit too long. Just kinda wanna stick it into the side of this wire and intertwine them all. just like that. Now grab your solder gun. See if we can solder this now. In the worst angle ever, trying to sit down in here. Alright, this is a terrible spot I'm laying. I want to keep melting. Alright, it's all soldered up. I don't got shrink tubing big enough to fit over those two wires, so I'm just going to tape them up really good. And I can pull this slack back through and this one back through. I'll just zip tie them out of harm's way. Alright, I got it all zip tied up. Everything looks nice and neat up there. And now it's off to the back end. All I gotta do is wire in the blinker tail lights, which I don't think I'm gonna film that. It's pretty self-explanatory. You know, brown to brown, yellow to yellow, solder them together. Same thing over there, just green to green, brown to brown. Alright, I'm all done back here. Got everything soldered up there. Heat shrink. Anything over there. It's all done. I just got one step left to pretty much do, which is worry about this ground wire I gotta extend. You know, that sucker. Then I'm gonna wrap this all in that crunchy loom that I used back there. I just don't have none of it right now, but so let's get doing that. Alright, we're all done here. I didn't film nothing, but I soldered that together there to make it longer. Then I screwed it right up here for the ground. Now I'm gonna run wire loom all over this once I get it. I don't have none right now, but not enough anyways. You know, I showed you all that. Everything's all soldered up, but there's nothing to do now but to test it. So let's do that. Alright guys, trailer's all done. Everything's working. Show you guys real quick. The phone's dying, so I gotta do a quick. Let me show you the 408s anyways. It's working. Headlights. Turns on the markers. Yep, she's all done. All the wiring's all good. I just greased the wheel bearings on it. It's all ready to go. That's how you wire up a trailer. Not too hard, pretty easy to do, especially when you get the kits and that. Like my dad's trailer's all hardwired, like with house wire, and that's real nice stuff. So, alright guys, like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, and have a nice night. See you later, I'm out.